Good day, everybody. I hope that you are well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 3 English lesson on prefixes. So, we are doing the grade 3 English languages, prefixes and suffixes, and our subject is English language arts, grade 3. And we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of prefixes and suffixes on a+students.ca. All right. So our chapter is prefixes and suffixes. Our subject is English language arts. Grade 3. And the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of prefixes and suffixes is to determine the meaning of the word able or meant, and to determine the meaning of the word of the suffix of the word with the suffix, and that is going to be a review. And prefixes and suffixes is a continuation of our previous lesson, right? All right. So when it comes to prefixes and suffixes, right? We see that a suffix can be added to the end of a word and it changes the meanings of a word. And let's say in our previous lesson, we spoke about the base word, right? And a base word is a word that can stand on its own. So it's a word that can stand on its own, and then we have our prefix that is added before our base word, and then we have our suffix which is added after our base word. And once again, we can say that a suffix is added to the end or after a base word, or let's say at the end of a base word. And once we add a suffix to the end of our base word, right, and then it changes the meaning of the word. And if we look at the suffix, right, which is able, all right. So we said we're going to focus on the suffix able, and we're going to focus on the suffix mint, right, or mint. So the suffix able, right, it means able to be, right? So whatever word it's going to be added on to, right, then it means that we're going to say then that word able to be, right? Let's say, for example, if we look at the word like payable, so payable, right? It means able to pay, meaning something we are able to pay something. And then we have the suffix mint, right? Mint or mint, the way we would say it, or when it's added to a base word, right? So the suffix mint, it means the action or the result of. So that is mint or mint, the action of something or the result of something. So, for example, we said pay, so payable, right? Here we also have another word before I go back to payable. So we have payment. So there's mint or mint. So payment, it means the action or the result of paying. All right. And if we look at, we say that the suffix is able, right? And we said that able, if we were to add that word to payable, or payable to able to payable, then it means that it is able to pay, to be paid. And then with mint, our suffix mint is the action or the result of. And if we said with, we add that word to pay, then it is payment. So which means that the base word is pay, right? So our base word is pay, right? And with our base word, we added able to that word, and that word then added basically the meaning of that word is able to pay. And then we also added the suffix mint to pay, right? And then it means that the action or result of paying. So as you can see, pay is our base word. So we have our base word, the word that can stand on its own, and then we have a suffix which is able, and we have another suffix which is mint, and it changes the meaning of the word because pay is already, has already its own meaning, right? But once we add the word able to the word pay, right, and then it changes the meaning. Once we add the word mint or mint to the word pay, it also changes the meaning of that specific word. And if we were to look at a few examples, right? Look at the word statement. Statement, right? Remember we said that meant means the action of something or the result of something. So statement. All right, and statement, right, means the result of stating. So the result of stating, that is statement, because remember we said that meant means the action of something or the result of something. So statement is either the action of stating or the result of stating. Then we have movement. Look at movement. Also remember mint or mint was added to the word move because move has already a meaning on its own. But now if you look at movement, right? And we said movement is the action of moving or the result of moving. And then we have management, right? Because remember, manage is a word that stands on its own. But if we add the word mint to the word manage, then it's management. And management is the action of managing. The action of managing. So that is basically a few examples of let's say of words with the suffix that is added to it, right? So the suffix specifically that we made mention of is the word mint. And we said mint, or the meaning of the word mint or mint, is either the action of something or the result of something. Oh, sorry. I'm only seeing your question now. What is stating? So stating is almost like expressing. I'm expressing myself. It's like saying that I am just stating that um what is the yeah, I'm just stating that you need to do something, right? That is why we say a statement is like saying something, right? So if you are stating something, then it means that you are basically just expressing something, right? You just want something to be clear. It's either in a form of writing or in the form of speaking, right? So it's expressing yourself, right? Clearly, either in the manner of telling someone something or in the form of writing. That is stating. Yeah, saying something like a speech or in a form of writing. All right. And if we were to look at a few examples, right, of the words of suffixes with able, can you think of words that has the suffix able at the end of a base word? We have payable. Think of words with the suffix able. All right. And if we think of words with the suffix able, we can think of words like, let's say, drink, drinkable, right? Meaning that you are able to drink that water. So it's drinkable. Something is able to break, which is breakable. Something that is you can move, which is movable. You don't add the e, right? It's movable. We can even say unbelievable, right? It's like it is something that you're able to either believe or something that you're not able to believe, right? Then we have enjoyable. We also have comfortable, right? More words with the suffix able. Eatable, or we would say eatable, or we can even say edible. No, that's a different word. That's with able. So eatable, classable. I don't necessarily think that word. Let's think of more words. Something that is able to either, like for example, look at drinkable, right? We are able to drink that water or drink that cool drink or drink something. Something that's breakable, it's something that is able to break. Yes, we have reasonable, meaning that it is quite reasonable. We can seek reason, right? It's like, this is why that price is quite reasonable. It's like, I'm able to, pay that thing because it's reasonable. Readable. Yes, I can read it or I'm able to read it. Paintable, that is correct. We have paintable, or we can even say it's printable, right? We have acceptable, cryable. I've never heard of the word cryable. I'm able to cry, if that is the word. I think cryable, yes. I think we let's say yes for cryable, right? Because it's you are able to cry. Let's rather say it like that. Yes, you're able to try. Something is tryable, right? We have replaceable, avoidable, like you are able to avoid something, right? And searchable. All right. So now think of words with the reliable. All right. Beautiful. Lovely. Drivable. All right. So now let's think of words with our suffix ment. Words that we can that is the suffix ment. We have words like statement, which is the results of stating. We have movement, which is the action of moving, and we have management, which is the action of managing. Give us more words with the that ends with ment, that has a suffix ment. We have drivable, we have reliable, and searchable. So well done. Here we have drivable, and stoppable is correct. All right, so now we're going to look for words with the suffix ment. The suffix ment, we have statement, we have movement, management, and we have payment. Think of more words with the suffix ment. Like if we were to think of maybe a word with ment, we can think of enjoyment, yes. We have fulfillment. I'm not sure if I'm spelling it correctly. Entertainment, yes, well done. Entertainment is correct. As well as acknowledgement, meaning that it is the action of acknowledging something or someone. Acknowledgement, that is correct. Doing an assignment, yes, like it's something that you're assigned to do. The results of assignment, of assigning something, right? We have enjoyment. Disappointment, yes. Right? It is the action of disappointing something or someone. So we have disappointment. We have movement. Here we have movement. Yes, well done. Right? So that is basically words with the suffix ment, and we said ment either means the action of something or the result of something. We have experiment. Yes, well done. Experiment is correct, so well done. Right? And if you look at these words, which is with the suffix able, which means able to, or ment, which is the action of something or the result of something, right? These are suffixes, and suffixes are words that are added, right, to the end of a word or to the end of a base word that can stand on its own. Yes, here we have payment, beautiful, and we have disappointment. Well done. All right, so now we're going to aplusstudents.ca and we're going to determine the meaning of the word able or meant. Right? So we already went over a few words with the suffix able, and we said that the suffix able means able to be, and we said that the suffix meant is or means the action of something or the result of something. So now let's go to our test. So breakable, what does breakable mean? What does breakable mean? Does breakable mean the result of breaking something or able to be broken? Breakable. Is it the result of breaking or able to be broken? All right. So if we were to say what breakable means, then we can say breakable means something that is able to be broken, right? Yes, so well done. Option two is correct. Well done. Disappointment. Disappointment. Is it the result of disappointing? Option one. Or option two, able to be disappointed. So, disappointment, the result of disappointment, or able to be disappointed. All right. Yes. So, if we were to choose the correct option, disappointment is the result of disappointing. Right. So, the result of disappointing. So, option one is correct. Well done. Enjoyable. Enjoyable. So, what does enjoyable mean? Is it able to be enjoyed? Option one, or the action of enjoyed? Option two. Enjoyable. able to be enjoyed, option one, or the action of enjoyed, option two. All right, so enjoyable means able to be enjoyed. Well done. All right, so what does printable mean? Printable. Is printable able to be printed? Option one, or the action of printing? Option two. Printable. Able to be printed? Option one, or the action of printing? Option two. All right, so printable then means option one, which is able to be printed. So well done. That is correct. All right, so now we're going on to determine the meaning of the word with a suffix, and it's a review basically on suffix, right? So now we have slowness, needless, and noisily, right? These were in our previous lesson where we went over what the suffix ness means, the suffix lis means, and the suffix li means, right? And we said slowness means the state of being. So ness means the state of being. So slowness is then the state of being slow. We said less means either without. So meatless means that it is without meat. Then we have noisily, right? And li means in a way. So noisily means in a noisy way. All right, so now we are going to just do a review on the suffix, on suffix, right? So skillful, skillful. That skillful means that it is without skill or full of skill. Skillful. Option one, without skill, or option two, it is full of skill. All right, so what does skillful mean? And we say skillful is yes. So skillful is option two, which is full of skill, right? Yes, so option two is correct. It is full of skill. Sweetly. Remember we said li, The suffix "ly" means in a way. So sweetly, is it the state of being sweet, option one, or it is in a sweet way? What does sweetly mean? Is it the state of being sweet or in a sweet way? All right. So the meaning of sweetly is in a sweet way. So can you also see that how the suffix changes the meaning of a specific word, right? Because you will have the same word, which is the base word, but then you'll have a different suffix behind or at the end of that word, and then it changes the meaning of that word, right? So look at eagerness. Is eagerness in an eager way, option one, or eagerness, the state of being eager? So eagerness, is it in an eager way, option one, or the state of being eager, option two? All right. So eagerness means the state of being eager, and that is option two. So well done. So once again, look at the suffix, right? The word that is added at the end of our base word, and that will basically tell us what the meaning of the word is. Like for example, less means without, right? So now it says, what does the word moonless mean? Moonless. Does moonless mean it is without a moon, option one? Or does moonless mean it is full of moons, which is option two? Moonless. It's like saying, I'm penniless. If you are penniless, do you have any money? No, right? Or moneyless, meaning I don't have money. So moonless, is it without a moon or is it full of moons? Moonless. Less. I made an example of moneyless. If I am moneyless or toothless, then it means that I don't have money, or toothless means I don't have teeth. So now moonless does mean it's without a moon or full of moons. All right, and if we were to choose the correct one, then we would say moonless means that we are without a moon, because less means without, right? So well done. Moonless means without a moon. That is option one. That is correct. Returnable. Is it the action of returning something or able to be returned? Returnable. The action of returning or able to be returned. Returnable. Option one, which is the action of returning, or option two, able to be returned. Returnable. Look at the word, look at the suffix able. Right now, look at the meaning of that word. Our suffix needs to start with the meaning able. It's like saying it's return able. This means it's the action of returning or able to be returned. Able, return able. All right, and we will say returnable means you are able to return that thing. It is able to be returned. Well done. Let's do the last one. What does replacement mean? Replacement. Does replacement mean the result of replacing or able to be placed? The result of placing or able to be placed. Placement. The result of placing or able to be placed. Placement. Mint. All right, and if we were to choose the correct option, then we can say that placement mean the result of placing. All right, that is correct. So well done. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on prefixes and suffixes. We specifically focused on the lesson of determining the meaning of the word able or mint. We said that the meaning of able means being able to be, and then mint, the meaning of mint then means either results of something, right? And then we went over the review of what a suffix is. We went over the meanings of li or words with li, words with nis, words with less, words with full, right? And remember, when it comes to a suffix is a word that is added at the end of a base word. A base word is a word that can stand on its own. With a base word, you can either add a prefix to it, and that a prefix is at the beginning or in front of the word. And then we can also add a suffix to the base word, and that is at the end of that specific word. And once we either add a prefix or we add a suffix, it changes the meaning of that word. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson. Thank you very much, grade threes, for joining the class. You should have a good evening further. Goodbye.